Illegal Canadian coyotes are using TikTok to promote crossings into the United States, revealing secret routes and offering services to migrants. New York Congresswoman Nicole Malliotakis is urging a federal probe, saying the Department of Justice should investigate how these apps are being utilized for nefarious activity and get cooperation from the companies that operate them. Here to react is co-chairman of the Northern Border Security Caucus, Congressman Ryan Zinke. Congressman, great to see you this morning. Thanks for joining us. You know, obviously the southern border gets all of the attention, but the amount of border that we have with Canada, especially in a place like your home state, is pretty amazing, especially considering what we're starting to see come over that border.
Well, and the danger is they're going to go where we're not.
Right.
And the northern border has had hundreds of crossings from people on the terrorist watch list, as you know. And, you know, it's in this massive border. You know, Montana alone, you know, it takes 16 hours to go across Montana, and the border is 10 hours of a drive and largely unprotected. Trump has an agreement. Of course, we have 10,000 Mexican troops patrolling the southern border, and we have the Royal Mounties on the northern border, but still a lot of border and a lot of distance between officers.
So obviously in the last couple of weeks, we've gotten some assurances from Canadian officials that they're going to try to take this more seriously. This is a problem you've been dealing with much of your career. Is this do you have any faith that Canadian officials are going to step up and actually do anything?
Well, they certainly have the potential. You know, the relationships are a little on ice, no pun intended. But the border, both countries have to take it seriously. And there's a lot of things we can do jointly, especially our ports and harbors, patrol them jointly. But certainly the Canadians can do a lot more. And that was a big push from President Trump on tariffs. So look, we're not going to take it anymore. We're going to take our borders seriously. We're going to take New York seriously. We're going to take Washington, D.C., our capital, seriously. And we're going to return to let's make America great.
Meanwhile, Secretary of State Marco Rubio is in Jerusalem today, this morning, as we speak, negotiating with Benjamin Netanyahu with an effort towards trying to restart the Abraham Accords and actually shake things up in the Middle East so we don't have the same treacherous storyline repeat itself over and over and over and over again. What's your view of how all of that is going right now?
Well, you know, certainly let's break the cycle in Palestine, Gaza Strip. It's been going on, you know, as long as I've been alive. There's been problems there, and it's repeated itself. You know, I don't think any of us perceived, you know, Gaza Golf Club and Resort and America having more of an interest in Gaza. But, you know, we didn't see a lot of things coming. And, you know, I think the president is correct in saying, look, we got to stop the cycle. There has to be a future for the Palestinians in Gaza, and the future has to be more than what it is just being a part of Hamas and a terrorist group. So I agree going forward that we have to solve that problem long term. Look, a lot of resources have been spent over the decades on Gaza Strip with not a lot of progress made. But hopefully, you know, President Trump, focused with Prime Minister Netanyahu, will change the score.
Well, it really is remarkable, and obviously you have been along for the entire ride through the first term. And it does seem like the timeout that Trump had, that 4-year timeout, he wasn't sitting around feeling sorry for himself. He was sitting around plotting what he was going to do when he got back, and we're seeing it all unfold right now. So great to see you.
There's stark differences. There's stark distance between a 45 and a 47 presidency. A 45 one is we were not well equipped. We knew there was a swamp. We didn't realize how deep it was. And secondly, you know, coming at 47, look, he's got one term. So he's going full blast.
Going for broke.
Congress has to step up and learn to sprint at the pace of President Trump. You know, look at what's happened in the first 30 days of this presidency. It is stunning, the things that he's gotten done on the border alone. We have the Royal Mounties in the north. We have patrolling from Mexican troops, you know, in the south. We have Venezuela taking back 300,000. We have El Salvador taking back as many people as we can send them. China is out of the Suez or the Panama Canal. We're in negotiations for Greenland, and then we got Gaza. He's just warming up. This has been a stunning 30 days.
Congressman, thank you so much for joining us.
Pleasure. God bless.